Bumble at the anchor desk. Weather with Storm Stinger. Sports with Buzz Larvey and Jeanette Chung. Good evening. I'm Bob Bumble.
And I'm Jeanette Chung.
Police in Hoover are asking for help in locating a missing woman. 18-year-old was last seen Monday morning around 8:30 in Hoover. Her family has not heard from her since.
You know, by and large, the evil company that basically owns everything in Pixar. And though this theory doesn't involve by and large, I do draw some parallels between this company and honey farms. If you don't know who that is, it's the company that is stealing honey from the bees in the Bee Movie, and more specifically Honex, and even more specifically Honesco, and even more specifically the Hexagon group. The Bee Movie is full of mysteries, and I swear every single theorist talks about it eventually, because behind the memes there is a dark history between the Hexagon group and honey farms. And as Woody in the Black Friday reel said,
hey, it's a toy world.
Except replace toy with bee. Please like and subscribe to Hunkylees543. This video is my biggest, most well thought out theory yet. If you enjoy this type of content, then leave me a comment on any theories you want me to make or some feedback. Anything is appreciated. And Barry's friend Adam may not be what he seems on the surface. This is the honeybee slavery trade theory. Honex Industries is the honey manufacturer company that is in Barry Benson's hive, and it seems honey is used to create everything that the hive runs on. It's used for cars, water, houses. It's incredibly valuable towards the bees. In fact, it's even what they use to pay for things.
We're living on 2 cups a year.
So it's no reason why Barry Benson was so angry that humans were stealing honey from them. It's everything to the bees. He says it himself, especially since it's very deadly. There are multiple bees dying in the making of honey. I mean, the board is insane with how many bees are dying on the job. That's like 1 bee per millisecond. It's insane. And Honex Industries only does its business in this particular honey hive. There are hundreds more hives with their own honey manufacturing companies just like Honex. And these companies are all under the Honesco branch. Now Honesco and its branches, it has obviously got to be run by someone. This someone being a bee. And I don't think it's the answer of it being a queen bee. If we look around Barry's hive, we can see that the bees are moving away from the queen bee idea, because we see many woman bees and they also hold elections, because usually queens rule over the bees until they die or get old and replaced. But it seems like they can only rule for a certain amount of time. It's mentioned on Bee Larry King.
Don't forget, tomorrow night on Be Larry King, we're going to have 3 former queens, all right here in our studio, discussing their new book, Classy Ladies, out this week on Hexagon.
Now this part is insane. Honesco is just another of many branches of the Hexagon group, and this group is where the bees would get their TV signal, their giant cities. Basically the Hexagon group is the root of the bees' entire society. But they don't sound that bad, do they? It's just an oversimplified version of the human world, but run by corporations. But you won't be saying that much longer. Doesn't it seem weird how perfect this society of bees are? Adam even says it himself, or how the bees have 100% employment, and the fact that thousands of bees die every second. Why is it that this is even possible? Because usually when things are perfect, things aren't what they seem behind the surface. This happens a lot in movies and shows. There's always a price to perfection, and it's impossible for the bees to die this fast. In the summer, which is where this is based in, a worker bee would die after 1 to 2 months of heavy labor, but their maximum lifespan is 4 to 6 months. Not to mention that these bees are not the same as real bees. I bet their lifespan has at least it's quadrupled. I mean, there are 3 separate queen bees coming to talk about their new book at Bee Larry King, and queen bees can live up to 3 years on average, so they absolutely can live older. So it just doesn't make sense that this many bees are dying on the job, especially since we see this guy get smashed and beat up the entire film just to be moderately fine by the end. So what am I saying? Well, let's just say the Hexagon group and honey farms have some sort of arrangement with each other. The Hexagon group has something up its sleeve, and I have a feeling it's working with honey farms in some twisted deal. A deal that I will reveal later, because you wouldn't believe me without proof I'm about to provide. Or you could just literally read the title of the video. So in the hive we usually see bees making honey, the occasional TV host. Where are the builders? The engineers? We see these scientists in the honey hive. That's really it. It seems like every bee after they reach a certain age has to go work for Honex. But even if there are so many comparisons to humanity, it's insane. Even Barry notices it.
Thank you, Larry. You know they have a Larry King in the human world, too.
It's a common name. Next week on Bee Larry King.
No, I mean, he looks like you, and he has a show with suspenders and different colored dots behind him.
Next week on Bee Larry...
Like Bee Larry King? Come on, brother. And look at what else Barry says.
Bees have never been afraid to change the world. I mean, what about Bee Columbus? Bee Gandhi? Bee Jesus?
Who the hell is Bee Gandhi and Bee Jesus? Did he walk on honey? Did Bee Jesus walk across the hive in a peaceful protest because he didn't want to give their pollen away to the British bees? This is just a copy of humanity's history. But why? Why do they copy human culture? They're terrified of humans. They speak to every other species of bugs and animals, including the flipping bears, but they refuse to speak to humans. It's even a bee law. You can get punished for speaking to them. That's insane. And I believe it's because of the Hexagon group conditioning the bees to never do that, so they can give them away to the honey farms to control populations, as well as getting technology in return and preventing them making too much honey. I know that sounds ridiculous, but hear me out. We already know that the Hexagon group controls the entirety of the bee population, and we know what happens when the bees have too much honey. And look at these workers' faces. Nobody acts like that towards bees. Beekeepers don't walk around talking about how bees are stupid.
What is this place?
A bee's got a brain the size of a pinhead.
They are pinheads.
I mean, look at those faces. They know the bees can talk. I would bet my entire bank account that these guys know that the bees can talk. The Hexagon group, the Honesco, I bet they know all of it, because no one acts like that towards bugs. If Barry talked to Vanessa so easily, then imagine the amount of other bees who have done the same. And I doubt that this many bees would go missing without any of the hives noticing. They have thermal vision on their indestructible helmets. They would definitely be able to detect that this many bees are missing, including their families. They would know. So why didn't they? It's because the Hexagon group sent these bees away undercover, and they did this by sending their queen to honey farms. But that's the thing. That's not a woman. Now look, I know I've gotten some of these comments, but come on, even you guys have to admit that this is no queen. Even Barry says it.
No choice. This is your queen? That's a man in woman's clothes. That's a drag queen.
If I see one comment like this under the video, then I swear I'll get Goku on you. I'm not even lying, I'll get him on you. Anyway, what I'm thinking is that the Hexagon group killed the queen and tricked these bees into leaving the hive with their queen. And this is probably what is happening to the bees that are dying every second at Barry's hive. The Hexagon group may have some good intentions, but that doesn't change the fact that selling bees to humans is wrong, because I wouldn't trust these guys with anything. They got 2 terabytes at least, especially this guy. Someone needs to check this guy's hard drive, I swear. Adam is Barry Benson's friend, but if you watch him throughout the film, he is definitely different to Barry and the rest of the bees. He seems very excited to start his new job at the Krellman, yet he tells Barry that he's working at an office job after a honey trial. So slight contradictions there, but that's not all. If you watch this scene at the honey trial, you can see that he is the only bee that is getting pissed at this lawyer, while Barry and the other bees are just really shocked. Like, he gets really angry and he stings him right on the butt. That's the spot where he clearly pushed him to sting. It's almost like Adam and the honey farms have some sort of relationship to each other, because he was the only one pushing Barry not to do this, not to go after the humans, when all of the other bees were pissed. So he knows something. In fact, I think he is a spy for the Hexagon group, which is why he is going to throw away the entire case and his life just so honey farms would win. Because look at what he does. He is bending over, not towards Barry, but towards Adam. He even lifts up his blazer thing. And look at what Adam says after Barry somehow manages to win the case.
Montgomery's right.
What do you mean?
We've been living the bee way a long time. 27 million years.
He starts to guilt trip Barry over getting back the honey that was rightfully owned by the bees and siding with the enemy. And if you still don't believe that Adam is working for the honey farms and the Hexagon group, then watch this scene again.
Objection! I'm gonna pincushion this guy.
Look, he is giving Adam the thumbs up. Why would he do that? It's because Adam, Barry's best friend, works for them. Let's go. I am the best theorist ever. You cannot say I just proved this. It's proved something amazing. It goes without saying that honey is the most important resource to the bees. I've already gone over why, but it's also something humans value too, because they can't make it. That's why the Hexagon group is kidnapping and selling bees to honey farms. Just look at Barry's hive's population throughout the film and how it changes at the honey trial. This is presumably all of the bees in Barry's hive. But then we go to the end of the film. Where did all these bees come from? There was nowhere near this many pollen jocks at the beginning of the film. And we know this is only Barry's hive because this guy is commanding them. Another thing is what Barry's mum said to him at the start of the film.
Oh, that's me.
Wave to us. We'll be in row 118,000.
Bye.
That implies that there are hundreds of thousands of bees living in this hive. It just doesn't make sense. It seems like the Hexagon group is taking these bees and giving them to the humans, while getting other bees from other hives to assist the bees when they need it. So at the honey trial, that's why there were only this many bees compared to this image of the pollen jocks. Not only that, but if we take Barry's story out of the film altogether, the honey trial was a huge waste of time. Or was it? You can say it's a waste of time because nothing changes for the bees before and after it. If you think about it, in terms of the bee slave trade, it works out perfectly for the Hexagon group. Because now, after the disaster that almost destroyed the entire world, no bee would ever challenge the humans taking honey ever again, which also means the Hexagon group can continue to trade bees for tech. And the reason they weren't panicking is because this already happened before, a long time ago, 27 million years ago in fact. Throughout the film, the bees continually mention how bees have been working every day for 27 million years.
We've been living the bee way a long time. 27 million years.
Nobody is asking what made them stop all those years ago. Well, it's probably the same reason as the honey trial. There was too much honey. Why else would they stop working? So the Hexagon group must have used this to take control and save the bees and the earth from extinction. That's why they let the honey trial continue. That's why they're only mentioned 1 or 2 times during the film. That's also why they have to trade bees away, so their race can continue to survive and the planet doesn't become a destroyed wasteland. Wow, what a theory. I had no idea that Adam would betray Barry like that. That's insane. But the Hexagon group has been giving away honey to the humans by selling bees and luring them away from their hives with fake queens to honey farms, all to manage populations and the amount of honey that is produced to save the earth and be kind from extinction. Wow, that's a mouthful. I tell you, I have been working hard on these theories to make them better, and we got so much crap I got to do this month. I got Reanimal theory, I got a Poppy Playtime theory, and I got to talk about the bad guys too. That's gonna be like an extra bonus episode at the end of the month. Hope you guys are excited for that. But by the way, The Bad Guys 2 was a horrible film. I hate that piece of crap film. Such a bad film. But I'll get into that at the end of the month. Please do subscribe. I really appreciate it. And comment down how you thought of the theory. Like, you wouldn't imagine how long I wanted to make this theory on the Bee movie. I watched the movie so many times that I've memorized every line of every character up until Barry applies to be a Pollen Job. Hope you enjoyed the theory. Goodbye.